Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna go over my break-even method, which I need to refine, and I'm glad that we have a long weekend coming up, that I can just take a break from trading, refine what I need to do, and then come back strong in September. Um, Today was another frustrating day where I took an A plus setup, got stopped out, took a couple break-even trades, and then actually broke even on the day. Um, So we'll get into all of that. But first, today it's Friday, right? So because it's Friday, I always love to do shout outs, and I'm super excited to do today's shout out portion of the video because we have a lot of people to shout out, right? So first, and I would say not most important, right? But definitely most important to me this week for shout outs. Um, Beans Guy 88, Alex got his first payout. I mean, this is exciting. This is awesome. It just makes me so happy to see that, right? And obviously, you can see what are these called? I was gonna say emoticons. Geez, I'm such a boomer. Um, but this makes me so excited. You know, he got his first payout. He says, fingers crossed, guys, this will be my very first payout for those chasing their first payout. Don't give up. Don't give up. And I'm just so proud of him, honestly. He's worked so hard. I remember when I was crashing out and I wasn't doing so well mentally. And Alex emailed me, actually, just basically encouraging me, saying, hey, like, keep your head up. And now he's getting his very first payout. So to me, that just makes me so happy. So, Alex, congratulations on that. This is the Discord, by the way, guys. So Um, under this channel, it's called Centurion Highlights, the Stoic Hall of Victory. So you share your trading wins, personal milestones, your progress, and Alex did that in the channel. So please join the Discord if you would like. Don't have to, right? Link is in the description. A lot of other shout outs to go through today as well. James the Fourth, my guy. Max allocation on Topstep. Now he's hunting down other firms as well, so congrats to him. Josh, come on, you Spurs. Josh has been trading really well, having multiple wins. He got out of drawdown on his Top Step account too. So that's awesome. One Voice or Don, six funded accounts across all firms. So that's really cool. And he also passed a 150K combine this week. Um, John Nill, he's been managing his tilt better and taking good trades as well. So big up to him. I also want to say there's been a lot of contributors to the Discord, so I'm really happy to have you guys in here. I have a lot, so I'm just gonna name them off real quick. Short Bus as well has been awesome. In fact, there is a quote that Short Bus said today, which I thought was awesome. He said, "One thought I had was I'm willing to go down with this trade, but the trade isn't going to go down with me. My account can hit zero, but the market won't. New opportunities will come, and there's always other markets to trade." So Short Bus channeling his inner stoic in there. I love that. So that was such a good quote. Um, Reggie or Reflective Rabbit Determined has been contributing as well. So I really do appreciate your contribution. Um, Zygus, Logan Curtis, RS Will 2 as well with some callouts. Obviously, Infamous or Jimmy, the Trader Shop, and of course Josh with Psychology this week as well. He's been helping me out as well, and Sci-Fi Level or Dominic. Um, these guys have been awesome contributors to the Discord. Just a lot of good conversations, a lot of good psychology tidbits and advice that they've been giving everyone in the Discord, including myself, because I've definitely needed it. So I really do appreciate you guys a lot so much. I've had a really tough week trading. I've been up and down, but you guys continuously coming in, giving your tidbits, your advice, things like that. I really do appreciate it a lot. I also want to shout out, I do want to shout out Dominic again. again, this is his channel, sci-fi level. Um, Dominic does a lot of good trade reviews as well. Every single time I watch a video of his, I've been super impressed in terms of what he does, and how he analyzes his trades. And Dominic is going to be an awesome trader as well. So big up to Dominic. And then also G Trades as well. He also created a YouTube channel. He just posted a video a couple days ago now that I released this video. This one's called The Psychology of Trading. This was a really good video as well, right? So I encourage you guys to go check out these two channels, G Trades and Sci-Fi Level. Um, yeah, G and Dominic are also um, going to be really good traders too. So we're all going to get there in the future. All right, so enough with the shout outs. Let's come back to what happened today. Took an A plus trade, but it didn't work. And then I took a couple break evens, and then I took another good trade, which was the same trade as the first one, and then it finally worked out for me. So the frustration that I've been having in trading as of late is that I am not allowing things to happen the way that they should happen, right? I forgot who said it. Was it Seneca? Seneca was like, don't wish for things to happen as you want it to, but basically wish for things to happen as they do happen and you'll be more happy, right? And I was so frustrated today where I took what I thought was an A plus trade, right? We come here, we see that on the day, here I'll remove volume profile, right? We're bearish on the day. This is where we open 6 o'clock, right? We're bearish on the day. We are holding this support here at this time, but we have prior day value area high right here. We're hitting also current session value area high as well, right? So here's where I took my trade. I was so patient. I took my trade. I love the trade that I took, right? We had this huge drop, so I was like, cool, like confirmed. I'm gonna pass my account tonight. We're gonna be back to 4 funded accounts, right? Make up for the one that I lost all willy nilly. But then what happened after that is we came back up, right? Once this happened and we rejected VWAP, I actually moved my stop loss a little bit lower. So initially it was at 760, right? 760 covering this candle right here at 612. Here, let me zoom in so you guys can see it a little bit better. But covering this candle, it's a bit hard to see. But you can see here, covering this candle right here, right? Because I'm like, if we're getting above these levels and we start getting to 763 and above, then we've definitely lost the trade for sure, right? So I initially placed my stop loss there. We rejected VWAP. Again, it's a 1 minute, right? We rejected VWAP, so I moved my stop loss lower, right? From then on, we tagged it. So I got stopped out here. And I was so frustrated because I was like, I can't believe I just lost this trade. Like, this trade was perfect, right? Maybe I should have kept my stop loss where it needed to be, but I didn't, right? So we lost that trade. And this is where I started going a little bit haywire. At this point here, what I see is boom, bouncing off VWAP. I'm like, we're bullish. I ended up taking a trade. And I realized when I took it, I realized I was wrong immediately. I realized we were wrong. So then I tried to shift it back to break even. Tons of slippage here. Tons of slippage, right? I lost 2.5 points on that, which sucked. But it's fine, right? Then took another trade. I was shorting because this was my initial bias. Ended up coming out break even again, right? I don't know what I was doing, honestly. And this is obviously, again, like I've been talking about, right? I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to grow. And there's something that I'm going to talk about later in this video, but I feel like the combine is actually messing with me more than the funded account, which is crazy. But we'll talk about that in a bit. Break even here, break even here, right? Break even here. So 3 break even trades. Normally, I only take 2 trades and I'm done. But I was like, well, I'm break even. I can take more because I didn't take the full loss. I don't think that's smart. And upon reflection, that is not smart, right? It's not smart. I was down about $1,000 on the combine today, right? Because the first one was a loss of about 830 $830, which honestly is a really good loss. It's fine. But here, just losing about $150 break even, break even, break even. Then finally stuck with my conviction. Was like, Vic, like, come on, like, stop messing around. If you're gonna take the loss, forget the break evens. And it finally worked out. And it took a while, right? I actually would have passed my account if I just held on to the stop loss, kept it where it needed to be, um, and aim for the target, which my target was 730, right? So we actually did end up hitting 730 here. So frustrating night, I have to say it. I have to say it was frustrating for me. We did end up green, but it definitely does not feel like a green day. The thing that I wanted to say was I actually believe that if I was trading the combine, if I was trading my funded account, I don't think I'd be having these issues, right? Now, that sounds kind of wild, but why am I saying that? I really do believe, and this kind of alludes to what Josh was saying earlier in the week, but my trading has been fine. But when I see big money, I've realized that I am not ready to handle so much yet, right? So even though I'm trying to pass my combines quickly, and I still think it's okay for me to be aggressive on the combines, I start becoming a little bit more jittery. I start saying, I don't want to lose so much. I want to make sure that this trade plays out in my favor. I start getting a little bit more impatient. And this is exactly what happened today. I mean, look at this trade. This is such a perfect trade, right? It's such a good trade. There's nothing indicating here that we're breaking out. This is what you call buying climax, right? It doesn't mean that all of a sudden that you're just going to start falling down from here, but high volume top wick here. I know this. I saw it, but yet I wanted to say, wow, it's just not working in my favor, right? This was so much chop, and honestly, price action in the Asian session has been tough for me, right? It's been very difficult for me. But this is an A plus trade, and I know it, and I should have let it go. I should have allowed it to happen. And I was just impatient, right? So, am I grateful that I took an A plus trade? Yes. Am I grateful that the trade ended up working out? Yes. But how I went about it, I don't love, right? So now break even. That's another topic of contention. I think my break evens were fine, but I feel like, especially in a choppy market, it's just going to lead to over trading, right? So I need to be able to say, I take one win and I'm done, right? Which we already do now. I take two losses and I'm done, which we mostly try to abide by. But if I take one loss and one break even, I should be able to afford myself another trade if everything aligns. If not, my account has to be locked, right? And whatever happens on that last trade is whatever happens, whether it's break even, win, or loss. That way I know for sure that I have stuck to my direction, I've stuck to my bias, I've given myself another chance, and I'm done. I'm still learning so much though. And I believe Short Buzz said that um, once you're in profit, you can take some off. That way, your stop loss can remain the same, right? I probably should have done that here. I should have done that here, so that way I didn't feel like, okay, like um, if we reverse and we hit 760, then I lost everything, right? But it happened so quickly, so I don't really blame myself for that. I was thinking that we would continue at least a little bit lower before I take some off. But my patience can use some work. My trading, even though it's been okay, it hasn't been the best. And I believe that on the funded account, normally on the funded account, I like to settle into my position, take my time, right? I would have left it at 760, I believe, based off history and how I've traded in the past as well. I'd be more willing to take the loss, right? Because I'm dealing with lower size. But today just didn't work out like that on the combine, and I need to be able to get back to that. So I'll probably do an end of the month review, just like how I do for my own personal journal. I'll probably do one for August as well for trading, kind of talking about the highs and the lows. Um, but there's one more thing I wanted to talk about too, and I'll probably talk about this more in the next video then, because this video I'm already tired. I need to go to bed soon. But it's about climbing the mountain. And climbing the mountain, at some point, you're going to reach the peak. I remember I felt like this when I got my first payout. I also feel like this a little bit now too, where you felt like you reached the peak, you hit the top, and there's nothing else left to trade or to chase, really. Not to trade, to chase, right? I worked so hard to get my first payout. Once I got there, I was like, well, what else is left? Obviously, the goal is to get more and more and more and more and more payouts, right? So it's never ending. But recently, with my girlfriend getting a job, she's been working. Congrats, babe, by the way, on your first paycheck. Um, um, but because of that now, I feel like I've been under this amount of stress where I've been working so hard to keep us afloat until she got something, until she got a job, that I felt like my trading was better because of that. I had to be more efficient. I had to be more direct in terms of what I did. I had to be more simple, right? And I was having this conversation with my best friend today. And because now that she has a job, she's bringing in some income to help us, right? She saved us. I've been more loose in terms of what I've been doing, my discipline, my mental health, everything. And I need to get back to how I was. Now, this happens to me quite a bit actually, right? I remember being in grad school, I would take an exam or I would prepare for an exam. All week I'm prepping, I'm studying late night, I'm working so hard, I'm going to mini groups with my classmates and my friends trying to get things down. I'm under such high pressure, such high stress that my body just kind of knows how to deal with it and is comfortable living at that state. That once the exam is over, pass or fail, but once it's over, once that event is over, I feel fine, I don't feel fine. And then my body just drops, right? My mental health just drops. It goes down because I've been so used to being under that stress that now it's like, well, there's no more stress. So my body just relaxes and it's a complete collapse. And that's how I feel like my trading has been as of late, right? In the last couple of weeks or so. So even though I can see the market, like today, I can see what I'm doing, right? And I feel like I know what to do. I'm just not acting on it. I'm not being disciplined enough to act on it. I'm either taking trades too early. I'm going against my original bias, my original directional bias, even though there's nothing that shows um, that we're going in the opposite direction, nothing to disprove it. I'm being impatient. I'm not allowing the market to play out, right? I'm trying to force things even though you literally can't force the market to go your way. And all of these things have crept up in my trading towards the last couple of weeks of August. That has really affected me, right? So you need to be able to find another mountain to climb. You need to be able to continuously keep going, right? That doesn't mean to stay in that moment of stress, right? Because you don't want to be in stressful situations all the time, but stress does make you better. And I know for myself that it makes me better. It forces me to improve myself because if I don't, then I know that I'm screwed, essentially, right? So I need to continuously do a better job of that, of always staying on it, essentially, always making sure that I'm trying to achieve another goal, which I am. But I think that this latest one has really hit me where I'm like, okay, we can finally relax. And we should be able to relax, but we need to be able to keep doing the same things that we were doing that got us our second payout. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys got something from this. Um, Another longer video. I've been doing these longer videos for a while now. Hopefully you guys are doing great though. Please let me know how you guys have been doing. Again, that video yesterday too, was for traders who are struggling, just like myself. Because I honestly, that video was a letter to myself as well. Um, just to remind you that we all go through things and we're all struggling, right? Whether it's in trading or in life too. So we need to be able to continuously keep going, stick with it, and we will get there in the end. Um, but yeah, let me know how you guys are doing, whether you're doing great, whether you're struggling, please let me know. We have a Discord, like I said. People are there to help you. I'm going to try to update the Discord this week as well. Some people have been asking for some information in terms of like where to start as a beginner. So again, I'm not profitable yet, but I will be, and it's coming really soon. Um, but at the same time, too, we can all learn from each other as well, right? So I'm going to do the best I can to provide what I can for you guys and create a community, whether it's this YouTube channel or the Discord, um, to where we can all be positive, uplift each other, and just be encouraging to one another. There's been a lot of times this week where Josh or someone else has just checked one another, or provided good psychology tips, and it's been super helpful. So I appreciate that a lot. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video today. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are trading well. And yeah, keep trading stoically. Have a great weekend, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next week.